The following is commercial programming paid for by Unity Realty Incorporated. Today on Sell My House Radio, you'll learn all about preparing to sell or buy a home in New Brunswick. I'm Dylan Shaw, and to introduce today's program from Realty Executive St. John, here's Derek Webster.
Welcome to Sell My House Radio. Today, my father, Jerry Webster, and I will be answering questions about pricing your existing home. We'll make recommendations to help get your home ready for sale, and we'll also discuss how long it will take to sell your home in today's market. Hi, Dad, and welcome to the show.
Thanks for inviting me, Derek. Nice to be here.
Let me ask you, what is the worst hurdle to overcome when you want to sell your home?
Worst hurdle is the owner's perception of the value of their home. They always think their home is of a different value than the fair market value of it is.
Derek, can you explain perception of value?
Well, a homeowner may have their property which is valued in the market about $100,000, but may feel the house is worth $200,000.
Well, just hang on a second. The problem is if your house is worth $100,000 and you want to get $200,000 for it, well, you got to wait 10 or 20 years for the inflation to make it worth $200,000. The real value of your house is what the fair market value of this house, and that's dictated by the sales value of the properties around you and comparables. That's one of the things we do. We would get the comparables so you'd know what the real, true value of the house is or very close to it.
Often we say in our business that we have to look at, when establishing what the value of a home is, we ask this question all the time. And my first answer usually is the value of a home is somewhere between the lowest price you will sell your home for and the highest price someone will give you for it.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good description. If you want to get your home sold by tomorrow, you put on a price and it's low enough, I'll probably buy it myself and do something to it and resell it. If you want an extremely high price, then you're going to have to wait for a long period of time to get it. It depends on your priorities and the needs at the time, but it's imperative the house, if you want it sold in a reasonable time period, that you price it properly.
Often when you list your home, it is very important that you hit the right pricing at the start. In our business, in this world of internet and web browsing, the first 72 hours a home is put on the market, it has the most exposure. More people are sent that via our email systems, notified of new listings. So your home will receive the biggest exposure, particularly in the first week. And if you are 5-10% overpriced, you're going to miss a huge segment that we're targeting. So it's very important when the home first comes on the market, it's priced correctly from the start. There's no sense going on an extremely high price and then say, well, a month from now, if I don't get anything, then I'll start lowering my price. If you want to sell your home, you have to come to market with the right price to start.
When does a house become a home?
Well, a house really becomes a home when a family moves in and starts creating memories in that home. The expectation of higher value often comes from people remembering all the great times and the happy moments that they've had in their house. And that's what creates the atmosphere of home. So people will always perceive the home that they live in worth far more than the market value because of those memories they've created.
Yeah, people often have this pride of ownership. I planted a tree here and I planted a tree there. And those trees can be detrimental to the sale of a home. When a prospective buyer drives down the street, he's got to look at the home and view it and say, this is where I want to live. And this is the neighborhood I want to live in. And this reflects what I want people to think of me. So they don't know anything about your memories or your barbecues that you had or your family's gatherings that are there. They just know what they see. So you have to judge your house or sell your house as if you were buying it. Go and look at it when you drive down the street and say, is this what the house is really worth? And compared to other things in the neighborhood I've sold.
What was the strangest story, concerning perceived value and the discrepancy between the market value?
I met this older gentleman one time. He a real hermit. He lived out in the country. Not far from St. John, actually, but there was no electricity. There was no water in the house. He had a solar-powered little battery there, and he ran his TV off it, and that was all his. He just lived like a hermit, and he heated with wood, and that was his life. He tried to convince me that the house should sell for $20,000 and the land would be worth $10,000. When in reality, it was a negative value because anybody came in, the house would have to be torn down and removed. And that would cost more than the land value would be. So there was actually a negative value, and you wouldn't be able to give the property away.
So there is an important lesson to be learned here of understanding realistic idea of value. and the benefits of hiring a professional. The professional can come view your home with experience and understanding of the market without those preconceived notions of the great times the families had in the home, and can really look at the property from an outside perspective, which will really help you get a better understanding of what your home is really worth. So I would certainly caution people about making the mistake and going at it alone. The market analysis, or having a professional come in to view your home and give you this advice, is a free service offered by Realty Executives. All you have to do is call us at area code 506-646-8080 and make an appointment. Myself or my father, Jerry, would be more than happy to answer any of your questions concerning this.
Derek, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. What do you think is the ideal selling time for your existing property?
We like to see in this market, if a home is priced properly, we should be in negotiations for selling the home within 4 to 6 weeks type range. If we are not getting showings, or we're getting a lot of people looking at the property and no offers are being made, there's a couple things that we would look at, but one of them certainly would be that the house is very much likely overpriced. Sometimes it may be that there's changes that need to be made as far as the presentation of the home, maybe some dating and issues of painting or flooring need to be changed to match the quality or perceived value of the home with the asking price. But it would be one of the two things that would be happening. Either the price needs to come down to meet what the home is offering, or sometimes we have to bring the home up to meet what the asking price is.
So what if a seller does get an offer? Would you say that first offer might be the best offer he or she is going to get?
Not necessarily the best one you're going to get, but usually the best person to negotiate with is the one that makes the first offer. There's 4 reasons a house sells or doesn't sell. First one is always the location of the property. The second one is the condition of the property. The third one is the price of the property. And the fourth one is the person who's selling the property for you, the agent. You can control 3 of the 4. You just can't change the location, but the other 3 are the ones that we would address.
All right. Speaking of best offers, I'd like to mention that Realty Executives is not only offering a free home market analysis for your home, but also 2 really useful booklets that you can receive absolutely free. They're called Preparing to Sell Your Home and Preparing to Buy a Home. Derek, can you tell us a little bit about what these books are?
These booklets include information about preparing the exterior of your home and landscaping of your home, the interior, entryway, kitchen, living area, bathroom, bedrooms, and additional tips on buying and selling your home. There is a lot to the process, and we've taken the time to put some of our ideas and most often asked questions into a booklet that can help you understand what are the best things to do to prepare your home for sale.
That's wonderful. So to get these booklets, just call 646-8080. That's 506-646-8080. And ask for Preparing to Buy a Home and Preparing to Sell a Home booklets. Or you can find them on the web at sellmyhouseradio.com. That's sellmyhouseradio.com.
Sell My House Radio invites you to send us a question. If you're interested in buying or selling a house, or if you just have a question about real estate, send an email to info@sellmyhouseradio.com.
Oh, honey, quick. Come listen. It's the sound I always wanted to hear. Remember the reason we moved here?
Yep.
I mean, just listen to the neighbors.
Yep.
We're next to all the good schools.
Yep.
I just love our new bed.
Looking to make your real estate dreams come true? Contact your Realty Executives, Jean and Michelle Blanchard, at yourexecutives.com. That's yourexecutives.com.
Sell My House Radio invites you to send us a question. If you're interested in buying or selling a house, or if you just have a question about real estate, send an email to info@sellmyhouseradio.com.
This is Sell My House Radio. Welcome back. We're with Derek Webster and Jerry Webster of Realty Executives in St. John. Let me ask you, are there circumstances where owners actually want to sell their houses for less just to get out of them?
Yes, there is. There's time crunch sometimes. People have new jobs elsewhere. They experience financial troubles and just need to move quickly. It often costs more to carry a house for a long duration, and people are willing to sell for a little less just to speed up the process.
Yeah, divorces, for instance, are probably one of the major causes of homes being sold. One spouse wants out of it and the other one doesn't sometimes, but